In the meantime, we begin today at 5 with more on the upcoming NBA All-Star Weekend. We're now a little more than a week away from the big NBA party coming to Cleveland, and it will be quite a party. But for most restaurants and bars, closing time remains the same, and that remains an issue, Bets.
And as we first reported, dozens of requests to stay open late were denied, and that frustration out of being cut out of potential revenue continues to grow. We have team coverage on the event tonight.
Yes, we do. Emma Henderson has new details on the actual All-Star events. But first, Sarah Shookman has more on what bar and restaurant owners are demanding from the city.
Well, hi, Jay and Betsy. Mayor Bibb is sticking to his decision, continuing to point to safety concerns as the reason that more bars and restaurants won't be granted the license to extend their hours during a very important weekend for the city. But there are plenty of other good questions out there that the mayor hasn't answered.
With only 7 of 87 establishments approved to keep the party going after hours during All-Star Weekend, plenty of places are feeling left out.
This was their coming out party.
Cleveland City Council President Blaine Griffin says he's heard from dozens of bars and restaurants and shared their sentiment.
And the big picture of this is not just about hosting a basketball game with the best athletes in the world, but it's also about how do we showcase Cleveland.
Instead of showing off a vibrant 24/7 city, conversation has turned to legal action, even alleged racism behind the decision.
The optics don't look good for a lot of these business owners when they've watched other big events, big ticket events that we've done in the city of Cleveland and seeing the economic windfall that it brings. And then this event that we know showcases the best and brightest of black excellence and also just urban culture throughout the city, that they don't get the same opportunities that they've seen before.
Mayor Bibb wasn't available to answer our questions on camera, but his press secretary told us accusations of racism are unfair. She said the city is trying to make a responsible decision around public safety and the pandemic and avoid a new spike of coronavirus cases.
We'll have an arena full of 20,000 people, and we'll have other venues that will have several other kind of large gatherings. So some people feel like, it's just they're not being treated fair and that this hasn't been consistent.
Business owners we talked with agreed with the inconsistencies.
I would challenge the health and safety because Rocket Mortgage just lifted their mask ban on the 1st of February. The NBA lifted their mask ban, but the city only feels that there's 7 hotels worthy of that. I'm not sure why.
Well, Mayor Bibb tweeted about the accusations this afternoon, saying his decisions won't always be easy or popular, and saying, quote, as a black mayor of a majority black city, it's insulting and unproductive to invoke racial politics in governing decisions and undermines confidence in our administrations. He says he is focused on doing the work. Betsy.
Yeah, there's so many questions that keep coming around and around and around, and it just feels like we're not getting straightforward answers. I guess it's the administration's decision that is there, but obviously there's some pretty big money that's on the line with this.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking tens of thousands of people in town over All-Star Weekend, generating tens of millions of dollars in direct spending. The local organizing committee did say today there's much to balance, and they noted the vast majority of that spending will still happen, even with most bars closing at 2:30.
All right, we'll wait and see what happens next. Thanks so much, Sarah.